fashing recipe. I do it now on Halloween for me, and it's fast called fashing cake, and it's not for children because we cook it in hot oil. Sorry, I'm kind of addicted to my figure. I always think as soon as I'm making videos, and I will also maybe stop doing eating food videos because I realized that always then I get made fat because I did not eat more, or I realize only when I'm baking a cake and I give that also to other persons and they eat one piece cake, I should not be made fat, but I realized that there are many people in this world, and as soon as one person says, I ate that cake, they make this person fat. A Swiss comedian, which I really like, he was always so skinny, really skinny, like more skinny than my little finger. And then he only one time said that he showed that his favorite cake, then they made him fat. Because within one summer, within 1 month, he was then a little bit fully, And that's why young women are scared to eat with other people, and to say that they're eating, And I understand them. It cannot be that there is like a jury in this world who said, oh, she ate, oh, she said that she ate, give her all the fat we eat and she will have to be punished for it. No, that cannot be the truth. So I also will stop showing what I eat, or if I eat, or also if I'm no more eating, I also don't show, because when we don't eat, they can lock us in the Gummizelle. I'm so happy that glad that other young girls which got locked in for not eating showed this and said this, and this is also, now I understand why we should no more, it's a taboo theme, we should no more say when we eat or what we eat, or if we don't eat or not eat. It should be free, we should be free to hang ourselves dead if we want, or to eat or not to eat. I'm now like more fat, only because I said I make that Lebkuchen. I'm now fatter than then, but I did not eat the whole Lebkuchen. I throw away the half of that duff, I throw away. And the other half I gave to my husband. It cannot be that I gained so much weight because I did not eat other things. And I hate the hair, this always making giggling here in the nose. So, but now we do that. I only make half of that duff here, which is for a family. My grandma made it also sometimes, 400-gram flour, and I take now only 200, and they take 50-gram butter, and I take only 25. That's only so much like you would use for a sandwich. You make the butter fluid, and then comes 1.5 egg for me. When you make the fully dough for the whole family, you take 3 eggs, but I cut it in half, and one is difficult, but I had already 1 white egg. And I'm doing these videos for a girl. I had 4 children, and I had to leave 1 in the hospital. Maybe it was not my child, maybe a doctor gave an injection and gave me a child from another man or another woman who doesn't want that child. That can be. But for this child who lives in the USA, I guess, and has children herself, I must really say she is a hero for me, because she is cooking for her 2 children and her husband, even though she cannot eat it and taste it. She has nothing from it. This is very hard. That's more hard than the destiny than mine was. She has here a hole and a tube. She gets the food by the tube, and she must still cook for her family, and this is for me a hero. And maybe she will once do this recipe for the children, but it's cooked with oil, with hot oil. It's a little bit dangerous, and they take 1 deciliter milk. I take only half deciliter milk because this is maybe for me, and then my husband would visit me or someone else. Maybe my daughter suddenly comes, another daughter. And you know, they play with fear. Again, I heard like screaming a girl, and it could have been my daughter. And then I said, I could hear her crying. Then I screamed out of the balcony, "Don't cry. Cry for help. Say help when you need help." And yeah, she has finished her study. She has made a master, or I don't know, in advertising, but now she must search a job. And now she's already crying. I made so many letters for advertising. Yes, I made so many letters to get a job. I don't know what this is called. And she cries already after the first letter she didn't get the job. I had to do thousands, 2,000 ones I counted and throw away and shredded it, but it have been more than these 2,000s, and that again all 2 years in my life. Then I got the job, and then I lost the job again, and for no reason. I did not steal, that was all lying. I did nothing wrong, really not. But once I had a job, and I had like to quit myself, but I prayed. I didn't want to quit, because after 2 years, when you work 2 years in your first job, you must get yourself. Then after 2 years, when you would lose the job because they dismiss you, you can get money, 80% of that what you had from the job. So I didn't want to lose a job, but I was really crying for pain, because I was working in a bakery, and you had to carry that whole bleche with all that sweets and stuff every day, and down and up, and it was just, my bones were like broken, and I could no more. After 2 years I was done. I didn't to stand up so early in the morning, 4 o'clock, to be there at 6 o'clock, and then work till 7 o'clock, and it was just all too much for me. And I know I went to the church for the Maria, and I said, I will give you, and I ever get another job, and I ever get 20,000 on my bank account, I will give you 4,000 from this 20,000. But I still have not 20,000 on my bank account, not found another job. But that it was also not my blame. They had to close quickly because they made lost. So they closed, and they sold back to some other owners. And yeah, I have to. And then I just do this for my girls, for my daughters, because it's really, really a tasty dessert. I could eat that every day. I could eat this every day. Cake, not even cheesecake, I could eat every day. But this, now I have to do that from hand. Really, like, make that stuff going good. I hate doing this. And you know, I could order for only 73 Swiss francs a very good duff machine. And yesterday this should have come, and there was also, when I came home, a pocket was down there, but it was too heavy because I had already the 2 dogs, the stroller for the dogs full of food, and then I could not take that also with me, and it felt very heavy. And someone took off the etiquette. So I was not sure if it is really mine or for me. And then I looked the QR code, but it did not open, did not show me if it's for me. So I left it there. That's me, that's my character. I would not steal. And I thought, for me today, I thought, but it's my machine and I have to take it. I will open it, and when it's not my machine, I bring it back down, because I only want the one I ordered, you know. And then, this is so hard, now I have to wait till Monday. Then I wanted to go to the post office, and I realized it's Saturday, you know, everything was closed. And but also on Saturday the stores have open. And then I found out, oh, it's the 1st of November. It's All Heiling. It's a day for free there here where I live. It's some special day from the Catholics, from the church. So all stores are here closed, and I had nothing. So I need to eat something. This will be my breakfast. Tomorrow I will do my bookkeeping again. And I was, and then I need to do its wallpapers, music, and also something else I will try to do for the dogs, that they don't go in every room and shit in every room. I have doors, but I make a dog door that I can go over the dog door and they cannot go in, I need to do that now. I ordered 2 of these, but they came under it through. That was the cheapest ones, and they turned out not to be good enough for my dogs. My dogs are clever, my dogs are clever. So I must do something better. And I should have done this 14 years ago when I had the first dog. I suffer very much with I clean every day, and they would shit not only in the pools, they shit all over, little, and I have to clean like every day the whole flat, and it's going on my nerves, it's really hard. I love the dogs, but this is really tough. And that what I do tomorrow, I should have really done. I can only recommend, when you ever buy a dog, just do it from the beginning. Just make places where the dog is allowed to be, and all other rooms you make that. Like for children, you also have these doors for children where the little children cannot go in for the dogs. So now we do this. And you see it's really not a lot. I mean only the half. And I will do this maybe a week, maybe every day one little. Because I really don't want to get more fat. I want to go and fit in the ballerina costumes I bought, years ago now. It's already 2 years that I bought the ballerina costumes, and even if it's only would be for me, but behind them is everything. I didn't paint that. Well, I didn't re-sing my songs. I should also do that. And I thought, oh, I'm beautiful now, I should re-sing the songs, but I cannot every day. I don't know how these superstars do it. There are days when I would like to sing, and there are days when I really like, I can't. And now also I said, hey, I didn't eat that whole day. Now I need some food. Now I have to do the food first. I really adore these Hollywood stars. They really have a hard job. The news film where they make advertising again a Dracula film. This is really a great job with this man. I adore more the man than the woman. The woman is just like her, just like in a fashion dress, overdress. But what they did with that man, this is not the most beautiful man, but they made out of him the highest kind of man. The highest, with the big eyes and exactly that shape. Everyone feels the same. That's like the most beautiful is the breezer, and then this one, and then they made out of, or not like, they made out of me that really Cindy girl. When I don't know, and I really would like that they do that with me, what they did with him. When this was only a film mask, this was a masterpiece, because you can act like but the face is still the same. But his face changes. When my face changed, it was no RE and it was no mask. It was also no latex. It was maybe because I don't want to spell that word. That's the unspeakable word. Like, you should not say the devil, but devil can I say, but schizophrene. I was thinking, when telepathic is the better word. It's really happening from itself, that I suddenly had such a nose and such eyes, and also big eyes, and once I was so beautiful. and there's nothing. It's hard when you are the queen of beauty, you know, the beauty queens. They get a crown. They have to give that crown away after 1 year to the next. This must be a hard feeling. I don't want to experience. But to give away, if I suddenly became myself a beauty, which I wanted to keep, and to give that beauty away, that was, it just was taken from me, not maybe for love. We have to give ourselves and our life, and it's so hard when you see you're falling, you see you I'm getting old. And that video was also about actually my theme. Maybe it's not too proud, because I will say they must have studied my drama, they must have studied me. Maybe my drama came till superstars, even they recognized it, that I tried to sing songs and suddenly I looked like a witch, and I think they are existing, and I nearly found the proof, and they drove like into me, and then I look like them. I also look now younger, maybe, sometimes I look older. When an old woman would drive into me, I look older. When a young girl looks at me, but they must not fear that they stay not old or something. I don't harm them. Just when they are away, then I'm again me and they again them. Yesterday was so hard. You know, it was like the devil himself came to me and gave my mother again into me. I did all to lose her. I don't even know if she's my mom, but to look like her is then a crime, is then like torture. And it was like putting that into me in my ghost. I saw this. And then I got shocked when I looked in the mirror. Oh God, I have her eyes, and I look now like her. But only that I have a very nice dog, very lovely and beautiful, but she has also not the biggest eyes, you know. Maybe they say that. I was actually, when I was young, I was falling in love with people. I never said, oh, they have, yeah, I said they have big eyes or not big eyes. I fall in love with my husband because he has big eyes, like cows, you know, so cow eyes, big cow eyes. Yes, but I was also already a fan of people who have smaller eyes. My daughter has smaller, not like Chinese, it's very special, like Thai. They said she's like a Thai girl. But you know, we have in our bloodlines, we have, if my mom, she has in the bloodlines blood from Attila, from the Mongols. Not Mongoloid, that's something else. That's the Mongoloid, everyone knows, from the Mongols. Like, there where Attila was, from these peoples. And when a woman gets a child, and you have a man and a woman, and she suddenly the child has suddenly other hair, for example, red. For example, best example is Prince Harry has red hair, and Lady Diana had blonde hair, and King Charles had black hair. And then I also, maybe the whole world says, she went with another man, that's not her child. But it can be, because in the bloodlines, till 8 generations before, they can come through. They look so bad for me, oh my God. Is it better without that? I don't know. Like this? No, it's also not better. And when I was younger, I had also a problem that I had bulimia, like Lady Diana. That's why I loved her so much. She was my hero. But I once made a promise when I was very young and had no money that I never again will waste food, eat food and throw it out by going to vomit it. I made that promise and I kept that promise because I had hunger. I was nearly starving. And then you don't waste food anymore. Better just eat less. But also there are times when you need something very, really much, then it's better to give in and eat so much as you want. Till you are full, just not vomit. And then I also once overeat these porn chips or other things, and then I didn't have that feeling that I want to eat them so much anymore. It helped, and I was really like, oh, now it's enough for a time, for a reason. Now it's good. So I did this like this. It's funny, huh? It's a wig, it's not a secret, okay? Is this better? No, it's not. Sorry, I have to take that on. You see why? Because I caught that, not someone else. I'm a fair person. Others did also the light work and things to me which are bad. But this I did myself. I really tried to cut this hair really that it looks beautiful, but I couldn't. I couldn't. So I have to wear a hat. Not see my mistake. So now we make balls, they say. I maybe did that once in the life in the school. Then I never did that again. And I hate baking with fat. It's kind of really dangerous. 15 I must make. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we must take a little away from the others. 14, and this one is bigger. Must be 15. So for the whole of it must be 30 of these balls. You must make 30 of them. And then and I have wearing a wig because the hair is still wild, but not growing on every place, not yet. So for not make the people scared from me, this is also scary. Sometimes I see a princess in it and the beautiful lady, sometimes I see a witch. Or, I don't know, it's just fantasy. I didn't really, don't blame me, I just didn't think really this is not that and that costume. But I will do something on Halloween, which I prepared since years. This is just because I would be a grandma, but they don't know, and I can never be the grandma and cannot show it, but help other people to help themselves is the best love and the best help. And I always think I could only buy that. It's easier to buy it, but I was too late. I didn't know that that this is this day where the stores are closed, and then you are happy when you can cook. I also thought once, oh, it's not necessary that we can cook. We can, as long as we have stores and we can buy everything. But then, like now when I'm all alone, and then I forgot, and then it's sometimes it's Saturday, Sunday, Friday, maybe on Easter or so, and then you are really happy when you can do something, food out of nearly nothing, out of what you had at home, you know. Then it's starving or only popcorn without nothing, or that. Now we must make the oil hot. Yeah. I will also watch that movie, that new Dracula film. This is really a masterpiece. And you know, he looking a little bit like Heath Ledger. And also, that's not the type of man I would really fall for example. That would be my reason. I can say it. He's gay, and I'm too old for him. I have no chance. But anyways, you can see in the internet, in the Instagram account, and he has a lot of photos. He opened now a store, a photo shop, and it only can help. It only can be advertising for him, and I talking from him. He has, if I would paint an angel, I would paint him. He has that big eyes. It's not about his soul. It's not about how he is. It's just how he looks, and the hair, the curly hair, you know. But as a woman, I don't like the curly hair. I like this hair more. I like my hair, because with my straight hair, I can do anything. I would not want that curly hair or really look like him. I really loved my own beauty when I was allowed to be so beautiful. Also there as a vampire, I adore my own. I'm in the lucky position that there are pictures of me, and I have been really that, not a Hollywood mask. And I can say I have been so beautiful, and then I'm always happy, and I'm here feeling peace. I'm no more. I had to give that. We all have to give one day maybe our lives away when we are not good. I don't know. But at least I have had it. I have had me. I have had what I wanted. So now we must take in here. And this is also maybe it's for me better or not that I don't have to play the role of the grandma, because then you must look old. Maybe I have the chance to be like the vampires, to go hold up to them and be young. It's not young, it's in this age. I should no more grow older, huh? To live for eternity is better when you die young, 17 forever, 12 forever, a child forever, not old forever, you know, that will not be a blessing, that's a curse. Thanks for watching me. Now we must make the oil hot. And as far as I can remember, we need 2 sticks. 2 wooden sticks here, like this 2. And then you make like this in the oil. It's damaged my thing here to show from above. I can, then that falls down. I will show like this from here, you know. Here is now the oil. See it? And then you go with them. Shall I make that? Oh yeah, I do that. But now I don't do. You know, I wanted to glue it here, but I fear that it will fall in the hot oil and then too much is destroyed. So sorry. This is too high. Because I know that my videos are not perfect. I'm not professional. Like for my nerves, I was a kosher and I was ill and so many things. You don't believe that they think you see, it's still not the right thing here, you know. I had the perfect thing, but it's broken, this one. See, one leg is broken from this. And there I was with this, I was managed to do videos only like this, not showing me at all. And this I have to order again at Temu. I try to glue it on, I try to with a flame, you know, to melt the plastic and that it would hold again, but it did not. Like this, it's just falling, it's not standing, and this is too high, so I still have, or no more, have the perfect instruments. Please apologize. I just work further. I still do things, and this is because the children are now 3, 4, my grandchildren, and that's the age where they will remember when they get some very tasty food. It's important what they make for experience in the childhood. Now I must make like the pizza, you know, so I do that just from my hands. And I hope that God is making them, and also other people, grandmummies and mummies, are doing it. And I think people on a farm which live a lot far away from a store, and America has a lot of such farms, they must do more themselves, not only crunchy things. Maybe they will enjoy doing this. It's really tasty, you know. Now I can only prepare. It's baked in the oil, and we put it on this somewhere here. And then we need a big plate. I'm just getting it. So this plate, and I did not fall for this. I could hold myself because he said he's scared. Just wanted to say that. He was helping there, and maybe, I'm not sure. And by the way, if I once saw this man on the farm of my husband, and it could be that he was a call boy. He's talking open nowadays from my husband. This is a very risky theme for me. I still wonder, you know, he's talking open over it, my husband not. This would be very special, but it can be that's the reason why he also don't really get divorced with me. That's my good luck, that they make my husband gay, maybe. I just say maybe, okay? I have memories that I was there at farm life. I had already children. I was always dressed black. Only the roses on the black dress were pink. And that this man was there and going in where the cows are, you know. Maybe he gave him a blowjob or something, I don't know. And I saw this man, and I was from that moment like, that's a nice man, and maybe. But when I did fall once. It was for another man. It was for a man who went with me to school when I was 14. This man even said, I love you, Karin. There I was me. I don't know why sometimes in my life, when something very good happens to me, I'm becoming mean. It's like too much for me. And then I mean again myself. And like this, I destroyed really my life. There is 14, I wanted this man. And I knew that I was a little bit mean. I was carrying a very tight clothes, maybe that color which I'm wearing now, a little bit more orange. And it was a little bit shiny, so a little bit only, not really durchsichtig. And I was standing there and like showing my ass. I don't know how to do that now anymore. I have now I also don't know how to do that anymore, but I know that I wanted to affect him. I wanted that he's watching, and then he did. And in front of the whole class, he said, suddenly, Karin, my heart belongs to you. And then I knew that I was, then I said, you have not a heart, you have a heart of stone. But I was mean because I was hating me for doing this, because it was like cheating, and I wanted real love and not a man for showing my ass. And I know there have been girls having had bigger eyes, and I wanted to play that girl for him. I wanted to be his number one, and deep inside I knew I'm not that number one girl. I must cheat, I must tease him with my eyes, that he would say I love you. And I didn't want to be mean to him, I wanted to be mean to God. I hated God in this moment, that I am not that girl he wants. But he said in front of all people, I love you. And I did say, no, you have a heart of stone. And I hate myself for this. But really, this was the man. I didn't get them. And later I got my husband. And then when my marriage was no more so good, I don't blame my husband or someone else, I just say that. Then I was thinking about this guy, and I am not sure also if this guy was walking with a dog around our house. And then when we came together, my husband and me, my husband once said, met him at the, not fishing, at that kirmes. And my husband said to him, if you come closer to her, I will kill you. If you ever touch her or come nearer than 2 meters, you will be dead. For this I adored my husband. But this man he was walking just around our house, and I saw him, and he had not so much hair. Or it was not him, and I didn't see so good. I see bad in far away. I see good near, I see better without glasses near, but I see bad there, so I didn't know. So now you must see this, it's looking like this. And then we do this, that 6, turn it. And then even I can go this way, like this. That could also be, when we buy them, they are bigger, I know. But I did only do the half top. So, make them so big as I can now. I'm sorry that I talk while we're making these things. Before you die, when you grow old, you remember things you experience, bad and good. Bad and good. It's like making peace with God and this life and me and the people, and there I had to blame me. I should not show my teeth, I know I'm already not. I have bad teeth because I ate too much sweets. I have no money for going to the dentist and getting teeth. So, take that then out, and I have too less place. Now we need to put it on this. Yeah, this one is better. It goes more here. And it's beautiful, huh? So beautiful. This too. And we can turn it. Make this other side. And after the baking comes then powdered sugar. The ones I can buy till now is for me better. I must make it thinner. It's too thick. This one is better. Yeah. Okay, it's bigger and thinner and will be better. The first one, not yet perfect. This is much better here. should not eat. I should not eat at all. Maybe that's why they make me always so fat. I think this lady always eats, but I don't eat so much. When I'm doing my bull kicking, I must really make alarm clock to drink, to not forget to drink. So the powder sugar comes on it, and then that's ready to go, ready to eat. I make now all of them. I'm on the gold here. But at the end, to be loved is very important, not only to love. But we must choose, if I would ever get married again, we must really choose the right person that can make me also hot. Only love is not enough. And people which love it, other can fall for then a superstar. Or someone who can make you hot. Better no more marrying and all in my age, that's of course better. And it has no sugar in this stuff. And for me, this stuff is not yet perfect. Too less sweet. When I do that the next time, I will put sugar in the duff, already powder sugar. But it's looking good. Look. Again, I have so big ones like the pot is. We have to turn that. Whoop. On the other side. Chinese here, Chinese person. I'm searching something here. Sugar, we can do that. So, on the other side. I also full ones for a woman. But they were for Dolly Boston. Every man maybe knows her. She was really hot. It was not so handful, but it's not so big. It was just one little. And no one else. Not even a Marilyn Monroe. My mom is just stayed at all, up to a wall. That oil is getting hot. I have now to take it from here and explode. That's why it's so. I see when it comes smoke here. When it comes so smoke, I see here smoke. And I see the color is turning to black. Then take it from the fire quick. See, it's still smoking. I don't want that. I don't want that it's going to burn here. See, the color is not good. See the smoke? Danger. That is danger. It's too hot. It went too hot now. Could burn in my. I had that once in my kitchen. With this hair, I'm now worried. My life is in danger. I close the fire now, take that from the fire. This goes very quickly, it makes woof, this sound, whoosh, woof, then the whole kitchen will burn. That's why it's not for children. And if a mommy does it, she should do it when the children are in school, not at home. Because one, hey mommy, tack, my hand is in the oil. And then no more, you know. Or when the children are at grandmommy's or just not at home. Also dogs, not in the kitchen. No birds, no dogs, no animals, no spiders. Check the kitchen if there are any spiders. Nothing that can be there. Also no house friends, no friends. This you have to do alone. Yeah, alone. Things. Sometimes a man has to do what a man has to do, and sometimes a woman has to do what a woman has to do, and it can be this. Alone. Like eating it alone. It never happens. Otherwise you get made fatter than we would be. This must not be, you know. You see how quick it was? And I think since this live video, I was not in a mask, I did not change makeup or something. And the style of my person changed from my very wise life woman. I started with a girl, being a girl, and then I grew. It's interesting to watch me myself. This target I reached. And I'm glad there are people that it's only then how when my mother is in me or now no more. I took the risk not to take medicine and hold that out, but I had good luck. So I also understand you have very evil people around you, or just all are very fat, or all are very old. And you have that, what I have now, then you are lost. Then medicine can protect you from all the others. Then it could be necessary, and I also don't say anymore, I will never take medicine against that. When I grew 300 kilos or 500, then I would try to take medicine. Then I would, that we have to, I find it good that the people have the right to say yes to medicine and no, like to chemo. There's so many young, nice, beautiful girls that needs now chemo. They say they have not AIDS, they say they have cancer. And with this cancer treatment, they destroy their lives. They have so long hair like I have now. So long hair. And now any doctor that says that treatment against cancer is not hitting them psychically, physically, I show now this. You won't really say this is the same person now, and you won't really say this when a man loves that woman with the long hair, the man will love this woman also. Never. Even the nicest man, even the hardest, even the one that really says, I love her, I love her, I love her. Would when they get ill, they get not only ill, they lose the friends, they're losing their lives, they're losing the men, they will then take the other girl, you know, neighbors or whoever, even the hardest that really stand to the woman and won't deep inside, I guess they go then in the bordels, you know. And I'm not sure if every girl, that every person that of they say they have cancer really has cancer. Why only women have cancer? And always it hits the woman with long, beautiful hair. Maybe that's a business. They take the hair, they lose the hair, they make wigs out, very expensive wigs out of their hair. The daddies must be saved. The daddy who is lost and fall maybe for the girls. Like this, they save the daddies. I'm asking really surely, who would I want to save? The girls? Or the daddies? Or the people that fall for the girls? And I also think maybe they think they have a sexual disease. And then they think, oh, they are controlless, heartless, controlless. Like they sing in that other vampire video. And then they think, oh, we have only one solution. Cancer! Yes, we can take them the hair. And then when they are hairless, they will no more be a danger. Because then they can go to the disco and be well, but no one will love them or fall for them anymore. Is this fair? No, that's war. That's war against human, you know. I'm standing here. I had a good man, but he also could no more love me and said that. And I had a fair man that still paid for me. That still paid for me. Look, that heart. It's a hard look. It's a hard. That he paid for me even if I also had cancer but I got less left. Also the friend I had when I had cancer, I got left. This one is good. And see, the oil is no more on the hair. It's just next to that. And it still was hot enough, you know. See? See that oil? It's no more on the fire. And really, that's why I said I must make this video. Cake can do everyone. But to warn from that oil, I had to do this. It's so tasty, but and to warn and to give advice to young girls. But I did also myself. I had cancer in the uterus. I had to make two choices. After 5 years having cancer in the stove for fear, level 4, I could choose taking out the uterus and one egg, or making chemo and laser and chemo and all that. And I decided to keep my hair and rather die than than losing the hair. And I'm for that. I'm against murder, but also for the right to decide against a treatment which seems to be a torture. Every person must know their own limits. My limit was losing the hair. You saw what a shock that was when I take off the wig. That's a shock. Whoever watched it, watched it for the long hair. I say that. Men choose women for hair. Women also choose men for hair. A Ville Valo without his curly hair would no more be Ville Valo for me. I'm also not better than the men. Women that was a shock when I found out. Oh, I'm also not better than the men. A breezer with no hair would no more be a breezer. And he could also save women. Think about that. When the men really think they have the right to destroy young women for 20 years, 70 years, 22 years, and just say they have cancer if they have not cancer, just because they want to save. I know doctors are, for money, and there comes a rich woman and says, my husband, he was falling for our girl. I heard him in the shower or whatever, We must help him by giving cancer to the daughter, so the daughter will lose the hair, and then he will stop falling. This is the new fairy tales in this world go like this. It's no more only the queen that is evil. It's no more. It's often men daddies, normally daddies, normally mommies, maybe doctors. Just have friends which are doctors. Or Aktien in the hospital, you know, I don't know, on the Börse. Like my mom, I found out that she gave my daughter suddenly makeup and things, which was not yet tested. She used her as the test animal. I said, what's that big bag here with chemicals, with makeup? Oh, Oma gave that. Like this, Oma got money, you know. I also once got from her a mask. This mask destroyed my life. Here over the eyes I have like I look like a kröte, like a quack, like a frog. Here over the eyes they made like cuttings, lines. And that came from a mask with salt or sugar or something. And you had to pull that in. If you have now this flat skin and you put salt in it and some chemicals, and so that would make holes in the skin. That was going to happen on my eyes here. That's why I'm looking sometimes so old. And now I must find the right healing creams, and it's very expensive, of course. It's a business. It's a business destroying young people, destroying lives. They go over dead people. And I always said I don't want to be a witch, I want to be a fairy. And the fairy does this thing, help others. But only so much as I can afford without dying myself. Now my mom says in my head, Karin, maybe your time limit is now over, you know. No, Mom. I know you don't like that I'm talking over this business, but it has to be talked worldwide over this business. Even if they test out with animals first, one person is the first person. And I wanted to say they shall take the old ones, but I'm also no more young now, so they would also take me before the youngs. But to take young is very mean. Before they are married and have children, it must be the old ones. Now I must reheat the oil, it's now too cold. You can leave a comment, it's a hot simmer. It could be like more in the internet when I don't know. But the people who know me know that when I'm cooking cake, I'm also talking over things, and I'm not studied before over what I'm going to talk. I'm just thinking that I'm that rose in the universe that always talked and never stopped talking. When I stop talking, then I have no more tongue or no more or dead or something. But I didn't study about what, it's just coming out from itself. And I cannot, when I would see this video, I would think, oh, what did I say there? And then I would want to delete it. I deleted today also a live video, which I never uploaded, never showed. And there are days when I want to cut everything, but I do not. It's all for a reason here. You know, for example, there's a difference, I want to say that about beauty, there's a difference between the breeze, which is beautiful, like a queen. It must also be that show for men, that kings of beauty. Why is that not existing? When we are at the rights of man and woman, the man must also have a show like the Mrs., you know, Mr. America. I don't know if that exists. Because there are beautiful men and they also deserve their crowns. And but they make not hot. Also these misses, maybe they don't make us really hot. They don't get us really hot. of course, that's the bordel thing, that the strippers, they make us hot, you know, that everyone knows it. But there are also faces that just make us hot. And we think, oh, why this person is not so beautiful? What does this person have? Was I don't have not big eyes, also an ugly nose, and still, why does this person can make me hot and another one not? That's still a miracle and wonder of life. Which beauty is the eternal beauty? Maybe that's from which they show from the Graf big eyes, big mouth and big eyes, and a small nose, not my nose. Oh, my mom, in my head, telepathy, she said, now maybe you come out alive, if you stop mentioning it, then maybe you're not coming out alive, you know. But with this chance I live since I'm living, maybe I overlived this day, maybe not, maybe I overlived this night, maybe not. I'm still not safe, I'm still not in a safe, really safe place where I cannot come in and I sleep. Still as they think the thing, the animal, the pet, I don't know what. I don't know. Still the aktien. And also my children, that I hate myself for. I should have gone to America. Maybe they also found me there. Maybe there's really no way out of that spider net. I must wait till the oil is hot enough here. The syrup here is also posted it. Then I knew, oh, they come in. I wanted to buy, but I never bought syrup this whole year not. I only bought it because I wanted to make love apples. But then I drink also one glass and it hurts here. Direct chuck. A seed inside. I started to go to the police visit. But police will not do anything against it. Here in Stenhouse, in this town, that once died a girl from syrup. They said it was from syrup. It was the only girl a prostitute had. And they said, the rumor said she was from Russian, prostitute from Russia. And the man didn't want that she has a child, and they didn't want to pay for the child. And then they poisoned a child here in town with a syrup. 3 years old. It wasn't that age, it was a little bit, my daughter was only a little bit older or younger, so she was not in the same class, but you know how much that makes fear when you just know that happens here in the town, and that danger, that could also happen to me and my daughter, and yeah, it's for them normal. So yes, I'm on the list to die. I'm on the dead list. I'm already on the dead list, so my mother must not say, maybe you overlive. They decided my death since a long time. That's what I said. Oh, this one is good. This one is beautiful. Look. Look at that, that's a masterpiece. It's filling the whole pan. Yeah, that's cool. Now I have to drink some water. I get some water. And again to that right to die, the right to die. I'm against tinnitus and I'm against killing and also I'm against self-murder. But it's not the same. When I say, no, I don't want that chemical or that treatment, or I want to stop that treatment, and I take the risk of dying, you see, it was in my eye not killing myself, it's just choosing how I want to spend the rest of my life till I die. But of course, I must say there are people that overlive that chemical treatment. Are there any people that overlive that chemical treatment, by the way? Are there? People who really got them hair again and the cancer was destroyed. I see that they then go home and then they have to go again in the hospital and again and again, and it's a torture, for never-ending torture, more or less. I can only recommend to make checkups, and when you have cancer, to make that operation. So checkups is something very good. And my things are getting better and better. Look, they are round like the ones we can buy. They're round and big. Yes, I love them. This is something tasty, I tell you. Better than omelets. I also love omelets from time to time, like this is. I also love cake and pudding. Just don't like to repeat me. I once showed how to do puddings. Now I do this. Now I have all the protect them from the heat. Again, smoke here coming, and the color is changing to dark. That's like with ice. My husband's eyes, when they got dark, was no more good. He had, when he was happy and good, light green eyes. There are people that have dark eyes like demons. It's not that I. I also had once dark eyes, suddenly black eyes. And I made that photo and I looked so great, like a demon had obsessed me, but I didn't feel anything. I was just happy. Oh, I'm looking so young and good, I can use that. Thank you, demon. You can stay a little bit longer, as long as I have. The dark eyes I don't like so much, but I like more the blue eyes, but better than being very old, you know. Now is my own color of eyes, eye color. I had once dark green eyes, then I made them light green by no more breathing. Just like, say, God, that's gonna be now a battle. I die or I get now light green eyes. And then I did not die days and months and days and months. That's how I overcome that falling, that no, I did no more think about that. When I always said, if I have blue eyes, he will love me, he will love me, he must love me. And I have blue eyes, and I did no more breathe to get that light green eyes. You know, that costs also a lot of money for the family when a person is ill. But I'm against the murder and to stop the life. That's I'm against. If there is a possibility of treatment, that should be done. Unless the person doesn't do it anymore. But we have here the opposite of the murder. So stop telling them murder things. Today I found a scream mask. Maybe someone wanted to tell me here something. Nee, that's also not a good sign. to put it there where I must have find it. Yeah. So I must be scared really going out of my flat here. Maybe my mom lives now in that empty flat where this person died, because that old lady that died, when they wanted to kill me, she died. Maybe we got poisoned gas, or maybe she tried to poison me and got the gas then herself. Maybe she could not stop, because I really went out of the flat to room and I escaped out of the flat. We went to room. I could no more think. I already breathed in so much poison. I just wanted to think, what do I have to take with me? And they come in the flat, they will steal, and I decided to take the computer with me and all the stored on that spijkerkaart, on the CDs, that pictures from me and films. My data. I took that all with me, and it was so complicated because it was locked in, so I breathed in too much of that poison. Now I can no more think. Could only pray, even only to come out of the flat. So I also could not really, yes, I did even book a hotel very quick. But I didn't say that I have dogs, but it was a dog hotel at least, and that cost also like my life. Because then I became a grocer, because I had not more money enough money to pay for the dogs. Then I had to leave the hotel before it was meant to leave. That would not go to jail. And then I was on Sylvester, a grocer. Just without a roof. I thought, oh, that's also worse. When we have been young, we did that also in Spain, in Lore de Mar. We also stayed out 3 days and 3 nights, and the nights have been cold. But that was in the summer. This time it was in the cold winter, from the end of 2024 to 2025. It's not so long ago. Still not recovered from all this. I still have not here the computer, but I could buy not a laptop. Only a big handy, how is this called? Tablet, yeah. So, and now the woman see that I just have to take that pan as soon as it's smoke and changes the color from the fire. And do this, it takes time. I just do this so I have. So then I should this. It's also no more uploads food videos. And I'm not putting the powder sugar, somehow. And for me, half of the dough was enough. It's for me a long time already doing this here. Quite enough. I will do this for you maybe also. Put the food powder sugar in and do this with a spoon. Make the last picture. don't say to my family, don't give me money anymore. Just kill me. That's like killing. But when I would be in a hospital, that I know when I would be in a hospital, consciousness, more than I once thought over 3 years, but they have really lack of money, or I would also say more than 3 months. Then they can take away that chemicals, the treatment, and then can let me die. But not kill me, that's... Het is ook referens, wat is het referens? And I don't know how God would think about all that, but he wanted to kill me anyway. Sorry, drinking is important. In a hot kitchen. So now we can the nylons in here. I got a chocolate from someone. My husband brought me a chocolate. I only hope it's from a dead person. But we had that we got often visits from people, you know, and they often left their chocolates just there. I don't know, suddenly had a lot of chocolates. Because they were campers and people that rested there, and sometimes they left whole tent, and the trash we had to clean all. Once a couple was there for half a year with babies with a van. They had not yet built their house. They lost that one, 6 million in a lottery. And then they spent all that money. Then they had no more a home, and they lived in a van, and we had also been to bring the trash away. They did not clean, they just left them one day. Maybe it's such a chocolate because I had now no more such a warm. I have, but one is too pink, not so for the normally day. So it's very not tasty without sugar. This here, you must have that sugar. And now I must heat the oil. That's, you should have a measure to measure it. I maybe have that somewhere, but I did not use it. That would be good to, or fritters, but the fritters must have this form. So because now that is the difficulty about doing this. It takes that all the time. You have to reheat the oil and make it colder again. Take it from the fire. You cannot do that when you are tired or not concentrated. Don't do that with alcohol. I have had a little alcohol, but me makes alcohol. A little alcohol makes me only be waker. Too much not. I only had a glass. My favorite syrup. That's my favorite syrup. With a little alcohol. Okay. As I said, I had no food. Only the rest from yesterday. But that's the last one here. So we're nearly done it. We're nearly through it. We did it. Looks good already. And when I'm standing long, like my belly is coming out. I don't know. But this here is not film, okay? It's not theater. This is just cooking. And I decided myself to take blood medicine. And then we must also be honest to ourselves when we see, oh, that was a trial, and that trial goes in the hose, the chick goes in the trousers, you know, we say in Germany. Then we have to be honest to ourselves, oh, maybe I need medicine. But I'm not yet, I'm good without. When I have T-sec, yeah, then I take medicine, and I always take against pain, you know, painkillers. I say, I don't know if that word is good, correct, but I think you understand. You kill the pain, and that are tablets, pills. Painkillers, I call that tablets. And again, when I have problems with the teeth, that I take. And I also took vitamin D at time, but then I didn't need it anymore. Then I realized the problem, I need more sunlight, even if I'm looking old after the sunlight. So, without sun cream also 15 minutes every day. And after that, one bite, which I thought was one, but only in my head. I didn't go in the sun so much anymore because I looked really old every time I would be in the sun. It would burn. It's really old. I looked really old. I should have also several times. Yeah, can you close the fire? The last one. How are you doing today? Ja, ausmaken. Jij, alles. Where are you from? You look so hot. What do I look? A little bit. Yeah, and I just think it's more fun to look at videos when I also like, there are videos where people just tell their problems, and I always get them tired. But there are videos when they play their problems, what they experience, they play the person, they play, for example, the father, the mother, and that is more amusement than sometimes TV. I appreciate that very much because I have only the Swiss TV anymore. Yellow cheated me. I paid 40 francs every month for internet and TV, and I still had not got the TV from Germany. Only when I called, I get it for one day, and then they throw me out again, and until I was fed up. That still didn't dare to dismiss it, because when I was when I got rubbered out, I had no handy, nothing. I mean, I was very happy that I had that internet still, because I know to do the new handy, was so hard. Just get back in my life after being Rojas so hard. I never want to do this experience again. But look at this. This is very tasty and very nice, okay? And you can do it all over the world. Even after an earthquake, there would be a pan and some oil, and would be an egg and milk and flour and sugar. Not even sugar, only powder sugar. And it's easy to do. It's just need concentration or children. It could be done on a fire, you know. It could be done in a fireplace in the wood. That's why I decided to make this recipe, show this recipe, because even very poor people, you don't even need this here. Not even, you could make the stuff on a stone. In the wood, you could make it on a stone, this stuff. You just take a stone who has a little hole, and then you could even do that. And you see, we take some sticks in the wood. You have that. You only need really a pan and oil. And that's what I said. And now I wish you really all a very good night. Blessings for me. I pray that I overlive this night. My mom said, not sure if I overlive this night. I was sure since I'm birth, she tried to burgle me, to take my hair. So I appreciate help from God or angels. I would appreciate if that would be good. I try to stay awake as long as I can, but when I fall asleep, also in the daylight, they come in, they can make poison air in, and then I'm conscienceless, and then they can kill me. So every day is a blessing. Every day is, I'm thankful. Every day I say thankful. And every day when I am alive, I try when I can to give something back from my life to others. That was to show how to do it. I love you all. That's not desire love. I love you, and yes, I love you all. I don't desire you all, but I don't need you all right now, but I love you all. That means, that includes, I wish you all the best. Don't wish you tears. I don't wish you fear. I wish you really a good night, a pleasant night, a love night. A love night with yourself in front of the TV can also be a love night. A nice night with good, warm feeling of being protected. And I love to be with people here in the internet. It gives me exactly a little bit that feeling, even though that could be the killer. It could be the killer from Scream. I found that mask. I just show you today. I was just not so far outside. That laid there under our house in the Migros. And now I took that and I will do something with it, because I don't think when they want that back, they can get that back. I took it, they can get that back, and there are people who lost it. Otherwise, I'm going to do something with that on the Halloween. And only a short thing, and don't be scared. I'm not becoming a murderer, okay? Also to the children, you saw now it's only a mask, it's still me. Don't be afraid that I'm suddenly the evil or the killer. It was just a sign, hey, play also wants the evil, we want to see how we do it. Only a short scene, I already know what I'm doing. Only a real. Goodbye. Help to understand evil, it can also help to play it once. So a child who is really scared from the monsters on the bed, you can let them play a monster themselves on the fashing when they want, and they can learn how to stand that better, but maybe it's bad. That's bad. So I say goodbye now. I'm thankful for that I made that here again. Nice. This was hanging there when I sang Unananei, ja schon fast bin ich allein. Aber jetzt muss ich aufstehen, wieder rausgehen. Vielleicht bist ja du dort draussen, willst du bei mir sein. Vielleicht sogar ein Tänzchen schwingen oder ein Gläschen Wein. Vielleicht sogar ein Tänzchen schwingen, oh, das fänd ich toll. Mama mal, oh Mama mal. And I said then, always TV, you must understand, is not good for my health because I'm getting fat. I must also go out and dance and do sports and things. I didn't sing sports, but I took, instead of sports, dancing. And people must have took me that in the wrong way. I never got applause for this song. I find it very nice still. I love this song. But they got it in the wrong way. I also have been in my times very fat. I think it was not only mumlik, it was already fat at 2020 or 24 exactly. Yeah, the man said me fat ass, and I said I was not even angry because I say, oh, it's true. So I also found out that also a little bit fat women can be very beautiful if the figure is right, so right figure. And corsets is helping, and that dindles are helping, and nice dresses are helping. And so I hope all these women, I think every woman gets once a little bit more when they have children, or when they have stress or problems or just work, or when you have less money, then the body thinks always, oh, I get to less eat food. Then you eat from itself, like I did now, sugar and fat, sugar and fat. And then that makes fat. And the body thinks, oh, we are poor, we now must make reserves, we must make a treasure of fat, so we overlive that winter. Maybe that's even true, that's how our body is working. And so don't let people down who are a little bit more. I was that too. I don't do that. And I hope they forgive me the meaning of this song. And I'm speaking now all in English again. Maybe I should also talk in German, but I said why. My doctors here in Switzerland, they had the same sure as me. They also did that Kirchli once in school. They learned how to do it. But that one girl in the USA, maybe not, and I did it for her and her family. And you didn't look from the beginning. She scored a 6.6. I do this for her because she's my hero. She has here a hole and a tube, and she cannot eat. She is getting food only from that tube. And still she cooks for her husband and her powder and her family. And that is for me a hero. For me, that would be torture. Doing food and not being allowed to try or eat that food is like a torture. That's why I'm not working in a kitchen or in a bakery. I just was selling the food, and I wanted to eat one food. I could buy it and eat it then at lunchtime, but not steal. Buy it. So good night. I'm from Switzerland. Yay. Bye. I must now close. Go lay down a little bit. My dog is here, look. My dog wants now a little bit cuddle time. I go and cuddle my dog now a little bit. Bye.